He's a Charlestonian native, but he left his heart in the Big Easy. Let's welcome jazz pianist Nolan Tecklenburg. Welcome on our Spotlight Music series. Great to have you with us.
So happy to be here.
Okay, so South Carolina is the home for jazz. You're a jazz staple here in the Holy City. But got to get this out of the way. People are going to be wondering, of course, with the last name Tecklenburg, you're not going to get off that easily. How are you related to Mayor Tecklenburg?
So he is my uncle, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And piano playing runs in the family, it sounds like.
Yeah, but I'm very fortunate. It's a very musical family. My dad plays piano. My uncle, Mayor Tecklenburg, plays piano. I also have another uncle that plays harmonica, guitar.
That's incredible.
So, you know, just like every Christmas, Thanksgiving, we all just like come together, have like a little family jam session.
That sounds great. Well, it sounds like the holidays at your house sound just incredible.
Yeah.
Very festive. But to say that music is in your blood really would be a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
So at what age would you say you first sat in front of a piano?
So I started getting classical piano lessons when I was 5 years old. My older brother, he was really good at sports, so of course I ended up with like the musical talent. And I got lessons right down here in Charleston, and then I ended up going to School of the Arts in North Charleston to study piano.
Yeah. Great high school.
Yeah.
And then you ended up going to New Orleans. You actually went to New Orleans to study university.
Yes, I studied over at Loyola University for 4 years, from 2016 to 2020, and I mean, it was just like the time of my life. I mean, just surrounded by like great food, great musicians, you know, just like, it's basically just like a party all the time.
And there is a rivalry there between Charleston and New Orleans as far as what the birthplace of jazz truly is. Of course, we have our answer, we're biased. But a lot of people don't realize that jazz had deep, deep roots here in South Carolina.
Yeah, you know, like the Jenkins Orphanage is where a lot of great musicians came up. You know, we have like Dizzy Gillespie in Cheraw, South Carolina. We have Freddie Green that was a part of that Jenkins Orphanage. So I think there's an argument to be made that Charleston
I would say
it.
so. I would say so. And you said that you started in classical piano, which is very traditional for a lot of students. But what drew you to jazz?
The first time I heard this album by this jazz pianist named Bill Evans, the album's called Sunday Live at the Village Vanguard. And when I heard it, you know, I was just enthralled. Like, I couldn't stop listening to it, and I was just like, what are they doing? Like, I need to figure this out. I've never heard this before.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so.
And something that I've talked to other jazz musicians about is the fact that, well, much of it can be improvised. It's a feeling that you get from your fellow musicians on the stage that it's a constant riff and conversation you're having through your instruments with each other. Yeah,
the music is very conversational. I mean, the whole feeling that you have on stage can just be based upon the people that you're playing with, the crowd, the venue, and all that. But you know, I'm so fortunate to be here in Charleston. We have some really great musicians in town.
Truly, and you're one of them. And you've got an event coming up, a performance at the Gibbs Museum of Art. So I didn't realize that they had musical performances there.
Yeah, so they're putting on a series in collaboration with Charleston Jazz. It's called The Art of Jazz, and it's a 3-part series. I'll be closing out the series. It's going to be happening next Wednesday, August 28th.
Great.
And yeah, it'll be at the Gibbs, 6 to 7 o'clock. You can find it all over on the Gibbs Museum, and I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be premiering all original pieces.
Wonderful. Can people find your albums? How do people get a hold of your original music?
So you can find me on my website, just nolantecklenburg.com, but a lot of the stuff that I'll be premiering at this Gibbs show is going to be all brand new, and it's also going to be recorded and potentially released. You know, we'll see.
That's great. I love that. I love that. And you are going to be performing for us here on the Spotlight Music Series. What's the name of the piece?
The Lovers.
The Lovers. I love that. All right, Nolan, thank you so much for sharing with us. Stay tuned for The Lovers. We'll be right back.